So I was in a bit of a bad situation, to be honest. This particular moment, just before I started working with Mike, I was dealt so many bad cards in personal life, and I really struggled to not just work, like be there for my partner. I couldn't sleep, and I was really stressed all the time. And what that meant is I put the important stuff on the back burner. I had in my head that it was all business, but that was actually doing me more harm than good. So yeah, I needed Mike's help. Yeah, we started working together. The only thing that I can explain is whereas most people they'll have signals when they have a buildup of stress, they'll know when they stress. I don't have the in-between part. So I go from feeling good to burnt out to the extreme level. So I was burnt out to the extreme level. It just has a knock-on effect when you are dealing with so much bad news that you're trying to keep your head above the water to one, keep your business running, two, to be there for your family. Whilst you're burnt out, you're not sleeping, feels merely impossible at the time to focus on the most important things. You know, it had a really bad negative effect on the way that I did business as well, because I didn't want to be doing it. I needed time out, which meant I gave my clients a bad experience as well. So yeah, I was trying to sort of serve everyone on an empty battery, and it was the worst thing to do. It, a little bit. Um, I think everybody's always a little bit mindful before they invest in somebody else's sort of services. So yeah, I was a little bit mindful, but I knew that Mike wasn't just about the fitness side of it. And he was all about the sort of behavioral side of things, the mental well-being, and more importantly, he holds you accountable because it's on a one-to-one basis, whereas in the past I've paid for a program, but it was more like a group approach, whereas the one-to-one, it really holds you accountable. So I've always been a hard gainer. From being at school, I was always that skinny kid. Like, my mum had to take me to the doctors because I was so underweight, even though I would eat what a normal human being should eat. And I always wanted to be, as a kid, your Arnold Schwarzenegger, your Rambo, stuff like that. But I was never able to. So when I reached out to Mike, I know a lot about training. That wasn't the main element, but my goal was to be able to get myself into the mindset of getting back into the gym and doing what I do best. So I already knew what I needed to do, but it was sort of rocking up in that gym and enjoying it rather than forcefully doing it during a time where I was so stressed out. What I liked about it is, regardless of your starting point, it doesn't matter where you are. Mike doesn't have any expectations. So after the first call, it's not like you must do this, you have to do that. He understands your starting point, and he understands what it takes for you to move forward in the right direction, even if it means at the beginning taking little baby steps. Because what happens throughout over the course of time is, before you know it, you're jumping and you're skipping. But that's what I liked about it. He wasn't pushy with anything. Like, he really understood the situation that I was in, and he knew right from word go that, hey, Danny ain't going to be getting into the gym in 1 week from now, just because of this sort of headspace that I was in. So That was the biggest thing. It wasn't a tick the box exercise. Like, even though there's logic behind Mike's teachings, it's still bespoke to the person who he's working with. So that's what I liked. I guess for me, it's prioritizing to do the things that make us feel better. And right from the get-go, when you're in a really bad place, it can seem impossible to just dive into that with 2 feet. But when you build up the momentum over the course of time, you soon realize that your little things become priority and a new habit. And once you stick to doing those, you just reap the rewards. Like, I'm in a much better headspace right now. Yeah, I've gone from being stuck in this really dark place to having control of everything again, and it feels really flipping good. Before, when I was stressed, by sort of 6 p.m, I hit this brick wall where I didn't even want to speak to anyone. But now I manage my days in a way where I'm taking time out, I'm eating well, I'm getting fitter, I'm getting stronger. And it just means that my energy levels are better, I feel better within my own skin. And it shows when I'm speaking to clients, when I'm speaking to family, when I'm speaking to friends. It has a big knock-on effect. Yeah, much better, because during that phase where I was really struggling, Emma was going through her own challenges as well. But I wasn't able to support her the way that I should. So, and if I have a bit of a shitty day now, I just brush it off my shoulder and, give my sort of time, attention and energy to Emma without it affecting me so much like it used to. So that's the biggest benefit. There's a lot of coaches put themselves out there right now, and they don't have the track record to back what they do. Now with Mike, he's walked the walk. Like, he's had a load of bad cards dealt his way, but he's overcome adversity. And as well as that, he's forever sort of spending time on becoming the best Mike. He just levels himself up in a way that a year from now, he's going to be a much better person than what he is in this current stage. So yeah, he can walk the walk and he knows what he's talking about. And his clients' testimonials speak volumes of him as well. Just describe it in one, wouldn't you? Transformational. That's all it is. I could probably think of 5 words, but I think transformational on its own is powerful, and that's what Mike's program is.